future millionaire.
And come get rich with us. You gon' eat or you gon' starve.
Hey everybody, welcome. My name's Meesha. I'm the owner of Future Million. I'm telling y'all a little bit about myself. I'm the owner of Future Millionaires. If y'all never heard of us, I host events in Atlanta, Georgia. I just branched off and I'm still the owner of Future Millionaires, but I added Future Millionaires Consulting. I find it hard for a lot of entrepreneurs. With myself, I started out as a boutique owner. I'm the owner of Umwe Fran Boutique. I took a break from it, but my cousin jumped back on me because it's in memory of my mom. She passed away in 2013 from cancer. So that was where I started. And then I have been hosting for 6 years. January of last year was my first time hosting in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been here 3 years. One of the things that I noticed that dealing with all types of entrepreneurs from all over is we all struggle with marketing in our business. One of the things that a lot of people start businesses based on what their friends tell them. So your friend could come to you and say, hey, start this business. You go and get an LLC and you start. What else you do after that? You stop there and then you jump right into product mode, but not thinking about the actual marketing of it, different things, capturing pictures, content pictures. That's where Future Millionaires come in. We also come in to teach you about business credit. That's why I'm here today. And grants. A lot of people come in as an entrepreneur and they don't know anything about the business credit side. It's perks to that. It's write-offs. You can use it on your taxes. So I'm here today to give you guys an introduction of it. Once I give y'all the introduction, y'all can follow me on social media. I'm gonna have everybody pull out their phone, follow me on social media. And that's where you can contact me. I'll give all of y'all my contact information if you want to go deeper into me mentoring you with building your business credit, because it's really important. First, I want to start with the formation of your business. A lot of people, and I just want to raise their hands, how many of you guys, when y'all started y'all business, y'all started it under an LLC? See, everybody in the room. When you start a business, a LLC protects you from the liability to separate yourself from the business. Let's say something went wrong, God forbid for all of us, but something went wrong and somebody went to go sue you. With the LLC, they're suing the business, not you. But it's a difference because you still have S corporations and C corporations, depending on how big you want your business to be. So with an LLC, most people went and got it through the Secretary of State, right? You went through the Secretary of State, you got your EIN. Most of y'all just stopped there, right?
Yeah. No, stop there.
So most of y'all didn't stop there, or some of y'all stopped there. How many of y'all, as a show of hands, have built business credit, built on your business?
Nobody. Working on it.
Yeah. Okay. So you started it, but did anybody teach y'all the logistics of how business credit works?
No.
Yes. So, and it goes deeper than just, he said the key word, just, what's your name again?
James.
James said the key word, it goes deeper than just the bank. Because there's a lot of different things that you can do with business credit to use no PG. That's the objective. Who wants to really be putting their personal social down as a personal guarantor? Nobody. Nobody wants to do that. That's where I come in and I mentor. The first thing I teach you is how to correctly formate your business. 99% of my clients, when they come to me, guess what they use it? Their home physical address of where they actually built that business from. So let's say I went and Googled James. And I went to the Secretary of State. And James, what's the name of your business? Elnor. So I Googled Elnor James. So I went to the Secretary of State, for example, and I pulled up Elnor James. If he used whatever he put on that address as the Secretary of State address, that's what you're going to see. So if you want to go in and you like, he done pissed me off, or I didn't get what I want, because every customer is not going to be satisfied with what we do, no matter who you are. You're always going to have a dissatisfied customer. So they came and Googled it. They put in the address. If it's James' home address, they go to his home. Who really wants to have a client, a customer, whoever pulling up at their house? I know I don't. So one of the things is structuring your business to have a virtual address. So you need to have a virtual address, which is also important to have that. So there's a lot of different virtual addresses that you can use, but some of them underwriting will deny an application because of that virtual address. FedEx is not good. Our postal just got dinged for not being a good personal address to use. So that's where you go into detail, and I give you a list. Yes, it's costly. The company I use, they actually report as a trade line on your business. So you not only, but you get everything. You can use the facility. Let's say you want to have a meeting or you do services. You can use that actual location for a discounted rate. They also, something else that's important is having a 1-800, a professional number, which is a 1-800 number, not your personal cell phone, not your business cell phone. When somebody goes to Google those numbers, underwriting, whether it's a trade line you're applying for, they're actually going to see that number. When they pull it up, it's going to show a personal number, which could be under your business. Like I have a business phone. When I first started out, I did it through Metro. So when people was going to Google my phone number, they couldn't verify it. So it's important to have a 1-800 number. Also, how many of y'all have professional emails? And I don't mean whatever the name of your business is, at Gmail or Yahoo or AOL. How many got a professional email? Exactly. That's another thing that's important when you're building business credit. Everything needs to be professional. How many people got a website? That's a good thing, because that's another thing that underwriting looks at. They look at your actual personal website to make sure you're just not and you can definitely run these business out of your home, but making it look as professional as possible will make people and underwriting to get to you to say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and give them a line of credit, because there are 3 tiers to building business credit. And the 3 tiers, you start with tier 1. Those are your basic office supplies, gas cards. They want you to have 6 to 8 trade lines that's actually reporting. But how many of y'all got a DUNS number? I'm sorry. How many people got a DUNS number? The DUNS number is actually used for reporting purposes. How many of y'all are actually tracking you guys' business credit? Is anybody tracking their business credit to see any of these things? That's another thing that you have to actually start doing. So what I go in is I teach those things. So I'm going to go into tier 1 with y'all to give y'all a little push to where to start. So with tier 1, one of the things that you want to start with is having an office supply. I know a lot of people buy ebooks from people and they're just giving you the beginning stages, but it goes past the beginning stage. So you can have Quill is one that you should have. Uline is another one that you should have. Granger is one. And then you also should have, how many of y'all got gas cards? Because gas is definitely high right now. Yeah, so having a gas card is also important, and it's one of the first phases to building business credit. But you have to know which actual company to go with, because something like Quill reports to all 3. With your business credit, is just like your personal credit. You'll have Duns and Bradstreet. That gives you a paydex score, so that's important. Then you have Experian, and then you have Equifax, just like your personal credit. But the key is people can tell you, open this account up, and it's not reporting to anybody. Some accounts will report to one, but don't report to the other. Maverick Office Supplies. Everybody should get an account through them. They approve you to unlock you $3,500 in a trade line that will report to your business credit. The way to unlock the $3,500 is that you have to go in and actually buy something that's $80. So they sell anything from ebooks, how to market your business. So you can buy two ebooks from them, that's $80. So you can buy those from them. Once you purchase those, it will unlock the $3,500. The key with business credit, it only applies if you unlock it. Business credit applies every 30 days. So depending on when you apply for the account, like Quill, a lot of people shop at Walmart and different things like that. Instead of spending that money with Walmart, you can order all these things, computer equipment, things that you may need for your business. Like she sells drinks. So Quill, you can order the supplies off of there to sell those drinks. They sell anything from laundry detergent. Any of those things you can order from Quill and have them to invoice you. So once they invoice you, that unlocks with them. So it takes Quill 90 days to actually show up and be reporting on your business credit. So it takes them 90 days to report it. So you have to buy from them every month. You just can't buy one time and expect it to report. No, you have to buy 3 times, which is once a month. But the more you use it, and I tell people, one of the things I tell entrepreneurs, don't go to these places just because they let you invoice it out and spend $1,000 and you know realistically, with your business, you can't pay $1,000 back. One of the things with having business credit is that if you don't pay it on time, that collections will hit your account so fast. You know, on our personal credit, you might get a little month that they let you do it, but business credit, they won't do that. They'll report it as being a non-payment, which means you're not paying it on time. Business T-shirt Club is another one that's good. I use them now for like all my embroidery and different things like that. They make bags. So any of y'all that's in here that got boutiques or anything that you might need bags, you might want to have some mugs, they do that. They charge $99 for you as a yearly membership. Once that $99, you've paid that, they'll unlock it and they will approve you to be able to buy. Now, one of the things with T-Shirt Business Club, they require you to put down 50% of what you spend. So if you go in, you're spending $300-400, they're going to want 50% of that down. So you have to pay that. Uline is another one. They're getting kind of strict with the way they're doing because now they're making people pay the invoices up front. Your first 3 times, they'll make you pay it up front. And once you pay it up front, they'll unlock it to give you a limit. Most of the time after they unlock it, I've seen my clients get $2,500. I've seen some get $5,000 in merchandise that you can use. Like, for example, she has the rack over there. They sell things like that. You can get the racks. You can get all of these things that if you're doing events, you can use those for those events. Now, as far as gas cards, all of these things that I'm telling y'all, I have all of these accounts. So you can also use A to B. And I know people probably seen it on social media. It's a gas card. The perk with A to B, I use it personally for my gas because they give you, like right now with gas being so high, they give you 30 cents off the gallon. So when you use that card, and the key with having these cards, don't apply for just one card. Get 4 cards because each card holds, in the beginning to start out with, they'll give you $1,000 on each card. So if you got 4 to 5 cards, that's $5,000 that's going to unlock on your business credit. So keep that in mind when you're doing that. Another one for people that live in Atlanta is you can use Pilot J's. They are also a gas card company, but they don't have an online application. A to B does have an online application. But Pilot J's, you have to call them. They're only open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. You can call them. They'll get you the application over to you. You apply for that. You apply for the gas card. They'll approve you. They approve at $1,000 each card. You can get as many cards as you want. So that unlocks another trade line for you. So now you're looking at all these trade lines that can get you a paydex score. That's your ultimate goal, is to get you a paydex score. Most people don't know that. So once these all are accounts that apply to Duns and Bradstreet, they'll report there, Experian and Equifax. So when people go and they look at it, underwriting go and look at these things, they'll say, let's say you went to your local bank and you said, I want to go and try to get a loan. The ultimate goal is not to use your personal information. The goal is to use the business information, because you don't want, I hear a lot of my clients come in, they like, Meesha, I didn't know, I went and got a Capital One card, but it's not applying to my business credit. Exactly, it's not going to apply there. They're going to tag it to your personal credit. And then your personal credit debt to ratio is so high. So how many people in here trying to buy a house or got a house or want to get a house? Probably everybody. If that debt to ratio is high, you're not getting that house, because a lot of that comes off the business. American Express, once you unlock your business credit, they will send you pre-qualified offers that are strictly just under the business, so they're not going to ask you for any personal guarantor information. And that's one of the things that we lack of, is with the knowledge and not knowing. That's why I come in and I mentor everything. And we oversee and we look at these things together. So I teach you, I not only teach you this information, but I'm walking you through the process, because I know how hard it is. Everybody that's in here that's a boutique owner or different things like that, a lot of you probably don't even know that you can go to JCPenney's, you can go to Saks, you can go to All Fifth, all these places, even Sephora. You went to makeup, right? Even Sephora, you can go to these places and get business accounts with them, because you have a business. So if you're going out here and you're spending $300 or $400 on makeup, why not charge it and pay it later? I can charge it, do all my clients have the brushes I need, anything that you need. You can get those things. Even like she's over here, she got the body scrubs. It's even net 30 accounts that will actually give you the product, the labels, and anything. You can put those under a net 30. Another thing that people don't realize, once you unlock your business credit, you can go to Amazon Business. Amazon Business has its own net 55 account. All of us in this room use Amazon. Like, we all use Amazon. So they will unlock it. One thing that I found, I had a client that I actually was doing some work for last week. She had her Amazon Business account and she was just ordering things and paying for it. I have an actual script that you will send to Amazon to let them know, I have been purchasing under my business. Now I want to get a net 55. Amazon will tell you, if you call them, they'll say, oh no, it's invitation only. But it's not. If you send them that script, they'll unlock it. I had a client, me and her did a 3-way call. I did the talking. And it's 72 hours later, she got an approval. Her approval was $2,500, but it goes up after 30 days if she has used it. That's another trade line that's reporting to your business credit. So what I tell people, it goes deeper than just that, because once you get past tier 1, they will bring you, you'll be in tier 2. Tier 2 is the big dogs. That's Best Buy. It's Best Buy, it's American Express. American Express, I got my own American Express card. When I first started with them, I got $5,000. It's not attached to me at all. It's attached to Future Millionaires. So that's another thing, and it helps you to brand your business. The things that we spend our money on nowadays, it's like, I know half of us in here probably work a full-time job, alongside with being an entrepreneur. Because sometimes we need the money, but you spending out. I know when I first started, I was spending a lot of money. Content is important. It is very important. That's why y'all see, I bring my photographer everywhere I go to record this, because people want to see live footage, professional footage. They don't just want to see what we carry on our cell phones. So it's important to actually have somebody that get you a photographer, get you somebody on your team. And I don't mean, and it's not to throw no shade on nobody, you gonna pay to play. You gonna pay to play. And I pay to play. Like, I don't play no games. It costs me for my photographer to come out. But it's going to be a long term that this footage he hold, we got footage from last year, but I can go to him and say, hey, can we create this? Or he'll say, Meesha, let's create this. I do photo shoots now for entrepreneurs. I'm getting ready to have one in June. I'm bringing out 20 entrepreneurs to come out and actually do a professional photo shoot. We do from headshots to product shots. All of these things are important because if you don't have this content, who's really going to pay you any attention? I had to learn that. And my photographer, I met him at a podcast. So it's all about who you networking with. Sometimes we got to get outside of that box and think of, hey, I'm going to put y'all on to some serious game. It takes about 3 to 6 months for you to have everything reporting in tier 1. If you can have everything reporting in tier 1, tier 2, you can go to an actual dealership and get a car underneath your business, Mercedes, BMW, Tesla, Dodge, all of these people, Ford, all of these people do actual business commercial accounts. Whether it's you have this business and you want to expand it. I just went into contract with Dodge. Everybody want to drive these Dodge Chargers, right? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get 2 of them from them. I'm going to get a car from Mercedes. So that's 3. I'm going to put them on Turo. It's going to give me another stream of income. It's all about us. I know how many of y'all got kids in here. It's all about building generational wealth for our kids. The way we looking now, all of us in this room ain't going to get no Social Security check. Right. Seriously. Because the kids now, they don't want to work. They don't want to work. So if they don't want to work, what is going to leave us? Nothing. So now that's another stream of income. I know everybody's hearing about this Airbnb thing. Yeah. It's a true factor. Like you can do it, but you want to do it the correct way. So MAAC is somewhere you can go to get, they do commercial property. A lot of these apartment complexes will let you open up a business account and have a commercial, but the key is they want you to live there. If they find out you rent it out on Airbnb, they'll terminate the lease. That messes your credit up. If you go through MACC, it may cost you a little more, but you can rent it out on Airbnb. It's going to cost, but you can they got properties downtown by Lenox. You can unlock this on your business credit. The goal for everybody is to get their business to the next level. And that's where I come in and I teach. One of the things that I also teach is about grants. Half of us don't even know there's so much free money out here for us. Everybody was so stuck last year in PPP loans, EDIL loans. I get people that text me all the time. I just had a girl, she's like, is this true? No, it's not true. The EDIL loan is gone. It went away last year. So they asking me these questions. I'm like, it's gone. Like, she like, well, this lady said she got 10 spots. She just trying to get your money. But it is grants out here that you can get. And one thing I will say with the grants portion of it, don't let anybody just tell you, oh, girl, go ahead and apply for the Amber Grant or Capital One. No, you have to have a professional pitch. How many of y'all got a business plan in here?
I see a hand.
Okay, you got to have a pitch for a grant. So if anybody out here telling you they can do a business plan for you for $75, they can write you a pitch, don't fall for it because the pitch takes time. I write pitches. I write business plans. If you need these things, I'm here to assist you with it. The thing about me is I offer payment plans. So I don't expect you to come to me like, oh, I need you to do this. And I tell you like, oh, it's $500, you freak out. No, it's ways that I work with you because I want, if you're satisfied, what are you going to do? You're going to bring somebody else to me. So that's the goal. I help you, you help me. And I'm big on testimonials. Like after this is over, I want everybody to shout me out because I'm going to use this as a testimony. But I want y'all to know I came here because I like to talk to entrepreneurs. I want to help y'all to get to the next level. You might say, oh, wait, for me to mentor, right now, I only charge $200. And I let you break it up into payments. So you can break it up into 4s. I don't care how you pay the 4, but when you go on the website, you can break it up into 4 payments, but you get mentored for this. So we go every step of the way, and I'm teaching you this because when you go in a bank, you can't go into a Bank of America, Wells Fargo. You can't go into these places without a business plan. Why? Because they'll deny you, because they want to know where this funding, I don't care if they're loaning it to you. They want you to know it. Also, I have just went into business with another company. So when I went into business with this company, they have a trade line that you pay $100 a month. I'm on it, $100 a month. It reports to all 3. They unlock $10,000. So when you're going to get so many offers, like Capital One has its own Sparks card where you don't have to be a personal guarantor. So I unlocked that. So now my payback score is perfect. It's at 100. 80 is perfect to them. You can get to 80 on tier 1. You can get to 80, but your goal is to get to 100. So that's what I'm here to do. And even with like the grants and different things like that, that is also important also, because who wants to be spending their own money on funding their business? I see a lot of clients that are like, oh, Meesha, I ain't doing it no more because I done ran out of money. I done got this. And it's even Net 30 accounts that will help you and give you accounts with them for tablecloths with your logo on it. Let's say these racks that she got here, they have companies that can customize these for her to look like her brand. They got companies that do retractables. You can utilize all the resources instead of just spending Sam's. All of us probably in here got kids or you got to feed your house. Sam's has a business card that you can get with them. But the goal is you have to have a payback score with them. You can't roll in there with no payback score. How many of y'all ever heard of nav.com? Nav, N-A-V. You heard of it? Okay. So Nav is who actually gears to show us our business credit scores. So everybody needs to, and I'm going to get all of y'all information before I go. And I brand myself all the time. Everybody will tell you I brand myself all the time. Like I got a Future Millionaires book bag. I got my gear on. Like you gonna know me. I don't care where you go. You're going to be like, oh, I go to events. Like I was going to come here anyway if she didn't even ask me to speak. I was coming. Because I like to network with other entrepreneurs. As being a pop-up shop host, that's what I like to do. So I come to events and it feels good to me now. People see me and they be like, you the girl from Future Millionaires. Where your cousin at? Because I got a cousin, we have business, but she's in real estate. So she had to work today. But she would have been here, that's my right hand. She would have been here. Like she would have talked a little bit, but she had to work. But when people see us, we wear Future Millionaire stuff everywhere. I go into the grocery stores, people are like, I've seen that logo before. Now I have Future Millionaires Consulting. So now people are going to see more of that because I'm still going to host events, but I'm going to exclusive events now. So it's going to be me hosting exclusive events. So now my vendors can't come. They got to come geared up. They got to have everything in order to vend with me. So how many of y'all really want to take y'all brand to the next level?
Absolutely.
So I see the drive in everybody, and what I want to tell y'all is don't give up on yourself. Like I told y'all, you got to pay to play. So if somebody tell you, I can help you with that, let them help you. It may cost you an arm and a leg, but at the end result of where you can go, it's more than where you was last year. One of my quotes that I tell people is that you only live once. So live it to the fullest. Don't live it yesterday. And how many of y'all family and friends really support y'all? That's one of the things that a lot of people that I talk to, they like, I post on social media all day and nobody supports it. They're watching. If you look at your story, you will see I see, like the other day I had Like 700 people watched my story. And I only had like 12 likes. That's crazy, but you're looking at everything. And I tell people one thing about marketing and the content of your stuff is actually going and eliminating those people from off your page. If you can't do nothing for me, I'm scrolling, I see, ooh, that baby looks so cute. Ooh, no, I want to see all entrepreneurs on my page. Somebody that can boss up, somebody that can call me like, hey, Meesha, let's go to a seminar tonight because this person going to be here. That's where you got to go in life. Like on a serious level, you got to go there. Don't give up on yourself, because if you give up on yourself, what's going to happen next? You want to eventually fold the table up like, screw this out, you know, and it be sitting like prime example. You give up on this. You're like, I'm going to put all this stuff up because ain't nobody supporting me. Sometimes we got to support ourselves. And that's important. You have to start with self. You have to start eliminating people. And you have to get information from people that's going to get you to the next level. I tell all of my clients, sit at a table that makes you feel uncomfortable. If you sit at a table, she going to go, y'all, James, what's your name?
Infinite.
What is it? Infinite. I'm telling you, in a year, I guarantee y'all, I'm going to see all y'all somewhere different. Y'all going to be, y'all be like, you should sit at some tables that make you feel uncomfortable. Use Eventbrite. Start going to networking events. I don't care if you just go and got a handful of business cards. Go on Eventbrite. Go to some free networking events. And I guarantee you, every event you go to, you're going to have somebody that call you. Lately, I'm going to tell y'all a testimony for myself. Lately, I've been going to networking events because I started noticing that social media wasn't for me. Like, nobody want to support you on social media. They want everything for free. You could be selling something and be like, girl, you can give me a discount. No, I'm not going to give you a discount because this is my business. You don't get a discount from Nike, Macy's, JCPenney. You can't go in there because we don't know who the owners really are unless we Google them. So I was like, I got to go outside the box. Go outside the box. Start going to networking events, and then that's where you're going to gain your clients from. I have gained in the last month 17 new clients from just networking events. And I was pulling, when I go to events, I'm like, I want to talk to the big dogs. I don't want to talk to nobody who ain't got no money. So I'm going everywhere. In the downtown, we might pay for some parking. But when you come out, even with this brand, what's your name? Caprice. I remember that because my daughter loved Capri Suns. So one of the things that you could do, if I was you, take your top sellers, put them in a little tote, go to some networking events, take your beautiful business cards. I like this. This is dope. I got to give me one of these. I like this. Take them. Go to a networking event. Because one of the things that you can find at networking events is investors. And that's who you want to talk to. Somebody that not nobody that's going to try to take your whole brand and think they're going to do something else with it, but true life investors. And when you go to that event, somebody might say, well, what you do? And you tell y'all just start talking. Oh, I want to try this. And how you like a sample? And let them try. And they're like, oh, I want to buy some. Oh, wow, guess what? I got something right here for you. And they'll buy it. Word of mouth travels fast. And that's one of the things that I want everybody to remember. Word of mouth, and get out here, even at this event. I tell all my vendors sometimes, I don't care if it's just us in here. We're going to shop with each other. We're going to make the best of this. But one of the things is that when you go to pop-up shops, sometimes I tell my vendors this all the time. I make them do work with me. On Saturdays, every Saturday up until my event, I order on my business credit 500 to 1,000 flyers, and we go out together. And after that, like, we can do brunch and mingle. We're not only getting to know each other, but we're doing some other things. So get out here and brand yourself. Things that we spend money on, sneakers. I'm a sneaker fanatic. That's what I'm saying, sneakers. Sneakers, eating out, all of these things. Cut that out. Say this month, I ain't eating out this month. Babe, we ain't eating out this month. We gonna cook. And y'all, and you get to the next level. We ain't going drinking tonight, happy hour, Taco Tuesdays. We ain't there this month. We doing something else. And when you do those things and you invest into something every month, you say, I'm gonna do this for my brand. Pay attention to how it will change your life. Pay attention to your business credit. Business credit reports one time out the month. Like for Future Millionaires, it reports the 23rd of the month. Ask me, am I like somebody out here that be like using drugs or something? Because I go on to there, I be like, okay, the 24th, I gotta, and also everybody invest in them a whiteboard. Put it up there with your monthly goals. So you want to make sure those are up there with your monthly goals. And just put a reminder, 24th, I got to check NAV to check my business credit. And the look on your face when you get a score, you'll be like, okay, we lit. And you can, even if whether it's choosing me or choosing somebody else. Now, I tell people, do your research on people before you choose them. Because, see, I can come and tell you what I can do, and I can show you what I can do. I have real testimonies. Real people that I help get grants, and they got their money, and they moving on, and I'm still helping them. But also think about that, where you want to go in your brand. How many of y'all got some questions? Who got a question?
You were very clear, very precise, and I came here for you today. How do I sign up with you?
I'm going to give you we're going to talk.
Okay.
What's up, James?
Okay, same here. It's actually a gift you being here, so thank you for everything. We actually came just for the vending, but we knew you was going to be here. So I said, okay, you hear a lot of people speak on different business, but I will say hearing the things that you're saying is very influential and educational for most businesses, especially because I have an LLC, I have a business. But my biggest problem is having money, not spending my money. And the banks, like you say, I appreciate what you said, because having money in the bank, okay, let's say you have some, but you don't want to take all your money that you're using, because what happens is you can spend so much of that, and that's also a deterrent, and it make you feel bad that you say, okay, let me chill out, let me stop. Or you might quit, because if you're losing, but you don't want to use all your money. You want to make your money work for you more so. So I definitely appreciate myself hearing what you say, because and we're going to connect, definitely.
Okay, so let me ask y'all a question. How many of y'all got business bank accounts? Hold on, my bad. Y'all got one? Okay. Y'all got one? That is the most important thing, y'all, is to have a business checking account. Not Chime, not Cash App. The reason why I say that these things will not work, PayPal is awesome. My website is injured all for PayPal. And PayPal is awesome. When I went to do my taxes, it gave me every rundown from every penny to dollar that people went on my website and bought. I'm doing away with Cash App. Zelle is good. I see you got Zelle. So you got all of these things. I tell people, get away from that Cash App. Because I actually went and I was actually trying to get a loan when I first started last year. And I said, I'm going to go get this loan. You know, when I went to the bank, they couldn't corrupt my Cash Apps. They couldn't determine what was there. So they told me, Bank of America told me, they was like, you better get away from Cash App. I went to my photographer. I was like, he built my website up. Like, it's not a Wix. This is actually built. So it's built for me to take my clients. It's built for me to have my calls. Now I'm branching away because I do events and I consult. So we're creating another website for Future Millionaires Consultants to separate the two.
So keep Cash App for your personal, but don't have it for your business.
Don't have it for your business. Look how much the fees are. And then when you go and you really, even like with like A to B, I had a lot of transactions through Cash App where people like, oh, I want to pay through Cash App. I'm like, nah. And when A to B went to look at it, they like, nah, we can't use this because they can't tell what it is. You could send them like everything, but they was like, we can't tell what it is. So when I first started, I couldn't even unlock it. But the thing with A to B, the good thing with them, you can rent cars on your card. You can get maintenance done on your cars. You can go to the car wash. So all of these things you spending money on, and you getting 30 cents off the gallon. Look how high gas is now. So that's important to have. Even gas cards itself, I know Shell is one I try to stay away from because they don't want to give you really nothing. BP is good. Fuel Man is amazing. Like I have them too. So having all these different cards, it don't matter if you don't use them. The thing with gas cards, they report quarterly. So when they do report, that's a big trade line. So the faster you get it done, the faster you can go to the next level. So that's everybody. How long, let me ask everybody a question. Who business is like a year or less? How long everybody been in business? How long y'all been in business, Jane?
Almost a year.
Almost a year? Okay, that's a good thing. How long you been in business?
Almost a year.
Okay, and that's very good. So we definitely gonna talk. We're definitely gonna talk too. How long you been in business?
About 13
13
months.
months. That's good. How long you been in business?
About two and a half years.
Okay. So y'all got businesses that got a foundation. How many of y'all under y'all LLC is y'all address? Y'all need to change that. And we can talk and different things like that because you got to change that. You really don't want no crazies. People see stuff and I seen it happen with a girl that hosts events. People got upset with her about something. You know what they did? They went right to the SOC and put that girl business name in it, and they show her home address. The thing about it, I knew it was her home address because I used to live in that apartment complex. I was like, that address sounds familiar when I moved here. It was her personal address. So now everybody has that woman's address, and she don't know. Even though it's a gated community, anybody can slip through the gate. So if you have that and it's your business address is your address, please call the Secretary of State Monday, Tuesday, immediately and change it. How many of y'all have renewed your LLC for the year? Y'all ain't do it yet? Make sure y'all.
But they contacted me.
They contacted you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Is that just a Georgia thing? So when I moved there, I never experienced that.
It's just I think every state has its own, but Georgia makes you renew it every year. But like I'm from Virginia, it's one, you get your LLC and your license there, that's it. But here you have to renew it every year. If you haven't received a correspondence from them, reach out to them because they will suspend your LLC in Atlanta, Georgia.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
If they suspend your LLC, let's say, can someone else use your?
They can take that name, but no, they can't take the name. They have to wait 7 years to get the name. So they give you enough time, but you can't, once it's suspended, you got to pay that reinstatement. And the reinstatement going to cost you more than what it costs you to get the LLC. So if you call them and they contacted you, just go ahead and knock it out because you don't want to go through the hassle or the paperwork.
Okay, I'm going to talk to you later about that.
Okay.
Business, yeah.
Okay. What about you over there, honey? You renewed your LLC yet? Okay, so you good. What about my little makeup artist?
I'm coming from Chicago, so I don't really know anything about Georgia yet.
So are you gonna convert your business to Atlanta, or you just gonna keep
Yeah,
it?
I'm gonna link up with you.
Okay. What about you over here?
I'm coming from Chicago, so I live in Chicago with age out, so I can get
Okay, so you just gonna do everything over again. Oh, she ain't over here. What about y'all? Y'all got LLC and everything? You said y'all renewed it. Okay. So when I tell y'all what's up, Caprice?
I hate to interrupt, but I might as well ask this question. So I got my LLC, I think, in the winter.
Okay.
Is it due next winter? I mean, this winter coming up? Or like every year, beginning of the year, I have to?
Every year, at the beginning of the year, they might have sent you out a mass. Do you have access to the email that you signed up with them? Mm-hmm. Check that email because they probably sent you the annual. It's every year from the date that you started, like Future Millionaire started in March of last year. So March of this year, they sent me my annual registration.
Okay.
So they'll send you an email, but the date is around that month. What month you started in?
So it was like November.
So you're going to get one in November that's going to tell you go ahead and renew. So every year keep up with that because if not, what will happen is it'll be dead and you gonna be through the hassle, and then they gonna want you to send in all the information. Then they gonna start asking for tax stuff. How many people file business taxes? You file business taxes? Now you know with your LLC, whoever filed your personal taxes, they could have added, did they add the Form C in there with your business?
Yeah, I did do that.
Okay, so you good. You good. James, you good?
My question is this, because like I said, my business that I had partners.
Okay.
It's under my name, the business account's under my name, everything, but I didn't renew because I have issues with my partners.
Okay.
That's the thing, so they can't use the LA. So you answered one of the questions. I thank you for that. The other thing is under the business account, because they're still using my business one
Okay.
without my consent. So I think they open another account with it. So it's some legal stuff. I'm gonna deal with that later.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to protect myself as far as the taxes. They filed the taxes themselves.
Okay.
Under my name, so I allowed that.
Okay.
It's done, but at the same time, there's some discrepancies on how they did it now because it's under,
So I want all of y'all next weekend, if you free, I want all y'all to come out. I'm doing an entrepreneur brunch. I'm gonna give all of y'all a ticket to that brunch. And we're gonna have a good time. I actually have an accountant, and she also does business like formation. She's going to get into LLCs. She was on my I got a podcast, y'all. I want y'all to check it out. It's the Tea of the Future Millionaires. If you want to be a guest on there, we're more than welcome to have you. But she came on my podcast and she dropped some gems. Like we talked about S Corp. You see how you going through that with who you go? We talked about that. So one of the things is that she will help you too with, moving them on out the way. So she knows a lot of people and she's going to be there. She's going to be one of our speakers there. My cousin Jessica will be there. She will be talking about personal credit. Everybody want to talk about personal credit too, because I say if you got professional business credit, why not get your personal credit in order too? I know I'm trying to buy a house. So all of these things are important to us. But also remember, when you go into business with certain people, make sure it's somebody that's trustworthy. Because at times, we know friends get mad and they go their way and they branch off. Look at what James going through. It's a prime example of what people will do. But he going to get out of that because I'm going to help him get out of that. So anybody else got questions? Well, Meesha with Future Millionaires is out of here. No, I'm just joking. But yeah. But I want everybody to know I'm going to stick around for a few minutes. And I'm going to come and connect and talk to y'all. And I look forward to gaining some of y'all as clients. I really appreciate everybody that came out, everybody that been. I'm going to walk around, see what everybody got, give y'all my cards, and we can talk for a little while.
You can come get rich with us. You gon' eat or you gon' starve.